Hey Jelly Beans! I hope you're all doing well. I am Joy G and welcome back to my channel. For today's vlog, I thought of sharing something personal with you guys. For the last couple of weeks, I have been struggling with a lot of worries and doubts about myself. Parang each day that I wake up, I feel like a zombie na I don't have a sense of purpose, and that left me feeling empty. And it really take a toll on me, especially on my mental and emotional health. Parang it got to the point pa na naging worse siya because I was challenged with family and parang friendship problems din. And so for this vlog, I wanted to share with you how I was able to overcome that through God's grace. So when all of this happened, parang I was so negatively affected na. And then I began to question na parang, Lord, why all of a sudden? My life has been peaceful, but it has been shaken up so badly. And then I began to question na, am I not good enough? Am I not worthy of love? So all of this, if you have like those feeling of inadequacy, parang you just function na wala ka na talagang purpose. And then it happened na I joined Sunday Hillsong service. So and then that time, the topic of the preacher was about worry. She was talking about how worry disrupts our lives, how it leads us to turn away from God, and how we can turn our worries into worship. Parang I was really mind blown. Like, of all the days that I could attend a Sunday service, I was there on that exact moment. The preacher was talking to me with what I felt and how could I deal with it. Parang I was super amazed that God made everything perfect for me to hear that. And parang he was just reminding me na I just wasted all of those days thinking, worrying, stressing about all those things na I forgot na God was with me all along. I was just not paying attention. And then it changed me. So now, when worry comes to me na parang trying to disturb me or distract me from my goal, I open my Bible and I look for a verse that would counteract it. So one worry that I have is about my family. Like, I have been worrying if my work is enough to like parang finance them, to help them. I was worrying if I can continuously provide for them, like how will I be able to parang reach or accomplish all their plans for the family, for me, parang kaya ko ba? So that's one of the worry that I have. But God reminded me on Luke chapter 12 verse 24. He said, "And so I tell you not to worry about the food you need to stay alive or about the clothes you need for your body. Life is much more important than food, and the body much more important than clothes. Look at the crows. They don't plant seeds or gather a harvest. They don't have a storage rooms or barns. God feeds them. You are worth so much more than the birds." Then it hit me. Parang all along I was thinking, I was worrying of that. But, I am not the provider for my family. God is. He is the sole provider. I am just merely His instrument for me to be able to share my blessings. Parang God was telling me na kalma lang. Parang you just have to surrender it to me and I will take care of the rest. Nowadays, all of us have been affected by this pandemic so much. A lot of people parang lost their jobs, their livelihoods, their business. Na parang, is it a dead end already? Parang we're feeling hopeless, I've been hearing a lot of stories, sad stories about that. But here, God is telling us that in Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 to 8, "Ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks will receive, and anyone who seeks will find, and the door will be opened to those who knock." God is just waiting for us to knock, to ask, because He is a God who always listens and He always provides. Before as well, I was worrying so much with the way that I pray. I don't know if you can relate about this, but parang I was questioning myself if tama ba? Is it right for me to ask this kind of prayer, to ask this huge of a favor from God na I always fail him. Like, I fail him every day. But here I am praying for this and that. So parang I was questioning na, Uy, parang too much ha, parang feeling lang yung prayer. So that was one of my worries as well. But God talked to me with this Bible verse. To him who by means of his power working in us is able to do so much more than we can ever ask for or even think of. Like when I read this Bible verse, I was parang taken aback. I was the one limiting God of what he can do. Like, God is beyond my imagination. He's beyond what I can do. He's beyond what I can think of, and everything is possible with him. So, when I read this, parang I realized na, oh nga, it's all my fault all along. God can do wonders in my life. He can do miracles. Then it changed me. I started praying big without feeling sorry. I started to include praying for a lot of people, speaking healing, blessings, and miracles for their lives. And it turned my life around. I began to be humble, and I began to appreciate and be grateful for every blessing that I have in my life. One of the greatest worry that I have is I have been struggling so much of feeling inferior, feeling parang inadequate, yung parang feeling na you're not good enough. May it be sa work, sa family, na what you're giving is not enough to provide for them, sa friendships, sa relationship. There were days na I would go on and say, I'm not talented, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm just not enough, no? And then it would go on for like days and weeks and months na I kept on comparing myself to others, especially sa social media, because that's the society standards. And it left me feeling empty and lonely, and I was the one creating it for myself. But when I read the Bible, I realized na it was just not me. Moses too had all these troubles. If you remember in Exodus, when God called him in a burning bush, na God told him to lead his people out from Egypt because they have been cruel and they have been put into slavery for many years, and Moses should be the one to help them. But Moses had all these doubts. He was also questioning God na parang, why me? Like parang bakit ako? He even told God na I'm not confident, I'm not brave, I am not charismatic, I'm not eloquent, I can't speak. And he's just an ordinary person. Moses even specifically asked, when I go to the Israelites and say to them, the God of your ancestors sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? So what I can tell them? No, parang his question, he has a lot of doubts if kaya ba niya, if paniniwalaan ba siya ng mga tao, baka sabihin na he's just crazy. Like, he's doubting himself. But what God's response astounded me and surprised me. God said, I am who I am. You must tell them, the one who is called I am has sent me to you. I am who I am. Just 5 words, and it struck right through my heart. Those 5 words, I am who I am, completely removed all those feelings of worthlessness and inadequacy that I have all along with myself. Now, whenever I feel I'm not worthy, I am reminded that God is. Whatever I need, God is. Whatever is missing in my life, God is. He is the I am that fills all the emptiness in each corners of my life. Now, when I say I am not enough, God says I am. When I say I'm not strong enough, God says I am. When I say I am not just enough, God says I am. Now I can face life with much more confidence, knowing that God is with me. In Joshua, he reminds me that, remember that I have commanded you to be determined and confident, Do not be afraid or discouraged, for I, the Lord your God, am with you wherever you go. So, yes, my dearest jelly beans, today I encourage you to free yourself from worry, from all those doubts, and just start to surrender it all to God. Like, how can we fly? How can we reach to our dreams, to our destinations, if we all have this burden that's lifting us down? Give it to God, because God is God. He can do wonders and miracles that we could never imagine. After all, God is reminding us that in this world we will all suffer, but let's all be brave because God has defeated the world. That's it for today, Jelly Beans. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!